then that's just the thing on that. Now I'm gonna just give it back to the brother, you know. Have him get down, you know. Yeah. Plus they're gonna close that down as well. I tell you what, bro, just, you know, bring a couple of scriptures out, you know.
Just get Isaiah 13.
Okay. I tell you what I'm gonna do next week, right? What I'm gonna have you do, pretty much. I'll talk about it later. Just Isaiah 13. Verse This is Isaiah 13. Verse 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see.
Right, but the burden of Babylon, because Babylon is Esau's world, man. Alright, but centralized in America. And there's a burden, this is the burden of Esau's world, man. That Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see. He saw the burden that was to come upon Esau's world, man. And he saw that through his vision that the Most High gave him.
And it says, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountains.
That's what we're doing. The banner is his truth, man. And the banner, or what does a banner do? A banner is displayed to represent something. Like if you have an army, you have like a flag, your banner, to represent this is what I'm fighting for. So this is the banner. Okay? The scripture says, I'm set for the defense of the gospel. So we're here defending the truth, man. Why? Because Esau's world doesn't represent the truth. You know what I'm trying to say? It's full of lies and robbery. You know, this is a filthy, wicked place, man.
And it says,
and the high mountain is like I said, the miracle. The high government, man. Okay, go ahead.
Exalt the voice unto them. Shake their hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
We're the gates of the nobles, man. You know what I'm trying to say? Shake their hand. That's what we're doing. We're lifting up the voice against them, man. You know what I'm trying to say?
Oh yeah, just look back at it real quick.
There's all kind of precepts on this. I mean, we could go for time onto this. Crying now and lift up the voice of the trumpet.
That's what's gonna get you. It says, cry out loud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins.
You hear that? And sometimes police have to approach us, saying, oh yeah, we've been heard from members of the public that you've been saying aggressive things. Because we're lifting up our voice, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm trying to say? And we're trying to show Jacob where you're going off, what you're supposed to be doing, what the Most High is not pleased with, what the Most High wants to see you start doing, so you may be saved, man. You know what I'm trying to say? Because right now the house of Jacob is going off. The Most High sees them as being heathens, man. Like according to Acts the 10th chapter, a vision was shown unto Peter. He saw a sheep knitted to the four corners, and on it was all manner of four-footed beasts and unclean animals, man.
That's right.
Showing you that's the majority of the nation of Israel living in a heathenistic, unclean mannerism. So we're crying unto them, telling them your sins, man. Trying to make you clean through this word again, man. Trying to cleanse you from your way. Go ahead.
And it says, I have commanded my sanctified ones.
You the sanctified ones, us. The sanctified ones are the ones who've been made clean. The anointed ones. The prophets, man. The Most High has commanded us through His Spirit to be out here into the highways and byways, man. Go ahead.
I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness.
That's the angels, man. The Most High has got certain spirits that have control over fire for vengeance, and they pour out the fury of their wrath to appease the one that created them, man.
And they lay on sore strokes.
You know what I'm trying to say? And they lay on sore strokes, man. The Most High has got certain spirits that have control, that have control over the fire, the nuclear missiles.
Oh, and the winds too, and the other 4 winds.
You know what I'm saying? The Most High, exactly. The Most High is going to put the spirit, certain angels, certain spirits, the mighty ones inside the minds of Vladimir Putin. Inside these different political leaders, governmental Republicans, or whatever the hell you want to call them, to commence this third world war, man. Alright?
Yeah, it says, I think it's in Revelation 7, where it says, it says, this is Revelation 7, verse 1. And after these things I saw the 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, or on any tree. So, you know, to back up what you're saying, you know, because the wind is blowing right now. We're actually feeling the wind blow. But really what the wind is talking about is the actual impact of the nuclear missiles, because what you're going to have is a future event coming is World War III, which is what we've been prophesying about for the past, you know, going on damn near 50 years now. You know what I mean? And now it's actually coming to pass. And that's what the word prophet means. It means to say before. The word pro means to say, pro meaning before, and meaning to say. You know what I mean? And what we are the real Jews that the Bible speaks about. You know, we're not Muslim or anything like that. You know, we're just basically we're gaining our heritage back through the spirit and power of the Lord. And through that, we're waking up our people and letting all people know the judgment that's to come. That's what we're doing. I'm going to go back to what you called for. This is, go back to Isaiah 13:1. It says, and I have commanded my sanctified ones. Now this is this is it's all in the Bible. That's all it is. Yeah, we're just teaching about how our people are the people of Moses, the descendants of Moses, and Aaron and all of that stuff, and the tribe of Israel. And pretty much, like, this is something, like, this is not just something that we came up with when we finished that nation. This is something that's actually true. You know, because it's kind of unbelievable to think that for so long, and how, you know, you got these people in Israel land, or the Israelis, they've been so long called the Jews for the longest. But, you know, when you think about a so-called black man, like me and this brother here, you think of just, you know, African people. But which we did come from Africa, we did. Okay, the West Coast, but the Jews got there from fleeing from Roman persecution. That's how we got there, and from that area there, obviously, you know, through a process of time, the transatlantic slave trade was taken from that area, okay, to work, you know, hard bondage, which was prophesied as well. Matter of fact, you can get it real quick. Deuteronomy chapter 28, because the Bible prophesies that we would go into slavery. Okay, you're going, brother. You got a better one than that.
You guys go around different places.
Well, we used to, because I mean, we used to be in Brixton, we used to be in Elephant and Castle. And, but right now, I used to even be in Shepherd's Bush, you know, but right now as it stands, I'm going to just remain here. I've been here for like a year, basically a year, basically.
Oh, in this same spot?
Yeah, in this same spot, yeah. Because I see that there's more people and, you know, and everything like that.
They get very busy later on.
Yeah, I know. But, you know, we're going to actually go soon, because it's about that time. But, you know, this is what we do, you know. Yeah, go on.
Probably going to get quite less foot traffic soon.
Yeah.
God bless you.
If you want a bigger audience, I probably should be telling you this, but if you want a bigger audience, it's a pinch point.
But you know what, though? This is a balanced spot. I like this spot. It's more balanced, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that you're going to get, obviously we've got barriers here and barriers there.
Yeah.
So the flow of people is going to be.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're going to be moving soon anyway. We're going to be going soon. Yeah, cold now. It's getting cold, yeah.
So how many hours do we sort of stand around?
Well, actually, I'm here from, really normally, I should be here about 1:30, but I'm, you know, somehow, somewhere, we'll always say about 3 o'clock, 3:30, around that time. You know, every single week, every Saturday.
All right.
Yeah. So I can show this gentleman something.
Micah 4 verse 10
Yeah.
says, be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion,
Yeah.
like a woman in travail.
Yeah, and that's what's going on right now. We're in a state of great degradation, but the reason why that is because when you go to Deuteronomy chapter 28, which Moses spoke about, the words that he spoke about was about, what, 3,000 some years ago. Because you got people that will say, well, the Bible is an old book. Like, what point does it have today? In these times, no, it's a prophetical book. Okay, and these books, even though they're thousands of years old, but we're living in these prophecies still to this very day. You're going, bro. If there's any more now.
For now shalt thou go forth out of the city,
Yeah.
and thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon.
Yeah, and thou shalt even go into Babylon. The city is Jerusalem, right?
Right.
The city is Jerusalem because he was once in Israel at one time. But the Lord took us out of that land because of the evilness that he was doing. Go on.
And thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon.
Even though, like, the field is a representation of the whole entire earth, so we're going to be scattered around the world. But we're going to even go into Babylon, which is the modern day, which is another code name for America, which is Babylon the Great. So why is that? Because America takes on just about the similar customs of ancient Babylon. So we were taken from because he wasn't just taken from Africa. Some of us was even taken from different parts of Europe too, as well. Go to the Americas. Yeah, go on. But that's it. Yeah, go get Deuteronomy chapter 28. Yeah. Because Moses prophesied about how the Jews or the Israelites, so that you understand what was going to happen to them in the last days.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 68.
Yeah.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Yep.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Yeah, so what was going to happen is there was going to be a group of people, a nation of people that was going to enslave our people, okay, and put them on cargo slave ships, and that was going to be the case. You know? So that further proves that we're the Israelites, okay? But guess what? The people that you're going on.
And there ye shall be sold to your enemies, both born men and born women,
Yeah.
and no man shall buy you.
And that's what happened. We're sold on auction blocks and all that. Like, even when you study the Liverpool slave trade and the American slave trade and all that happened. That was prophesied. But guess what? We're going to basically receive still the promise. We're still going to have all these other nations as of what was promised unto us going back damn near, what, 4,000 some years ago, which the Lord kept. The Lord had a promise for us, and he made a covenant with us through our great-great-grandfather Abraham. And the promise was that we was going to have the earth under subjection in righteousness. He was going to rule the earth in righteousness. Okay, and in the midst of that, we're going to have all of these people under subjection. Because the Lord is fair. All right, take care, man. Because the Lord is, and it just goes to show you, the Lord is actually a fair power. The Lord gave all these other nations. I'm going to give it back to you. The Lord gave all these nations a chance, you know, to show what they got to the table. Okay, and rule over us. But guess what? All of the other nations that rule over us, the Lord is going to switch that around, and we're going to rule all over all of them. Okay, and that's what's going to come in the damn near future, and it could very well come in these times. Hey, you never know. 2017 could be a surprisable year. You know? Yeah, I'm gonna give it back to you, brother. Bring that on. So, yeah, this is Isaiah 13:1. Salakia 13:2. No, I was in 4. Salakia. It says the noise of a multitude in the mountain, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the hosts of the battle.
Right, because in this third world war, you're gonna have all manner of engines, man. All manner of tanks, troops. You're gonna gonna have aircraft, jets, flying jets, alright, militarized vehicles, missiles. That's why I said the noise of a tumultuous noise in the mountains, man. Because you hear that echo in the mountains, man. And you stand on top of a mountain and you shout, you can hear you hear that echo. You're gonna hear the missiles, man. Okay?
Ground zero.
So that is a world war. It's not just a war between two nations, man. It's a war where all armies of the world are involved, man.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be a catastrophic event, man. How it ends. Go ahead.
And it says, and they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapon of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
So this is the weapons of his indignation. So these weapons belong to the Most High. And the Most High is going to use them, using his angels, to guide the missiles to fulfill prophecy, man. And destroy a miracle by fire.
That's right, brother.
According to 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter. The heavens and the earth you see now is reserved for fire.
That's the
It
great
says
thing.
they come, that's prophecy. This was written before missiles were even invented, man.
Come on.
And the missiles are already spoken of. You know, because back then in the ancient world, when you saw a missile in the vision, you didn't know that was a missile, you just called it an arrow.
That's right.
Or a sword. So you compared it to something that you knew, like a sword or a spear, a glittering spear. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Yeah, I got you. This is Isaiah 9 and 5. It says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with the burning and fuel of fire.
You hear? So this one is going to be with burning and fuel of fire. Okay? Go ahead.
Back to Isaiah 13 and where we at? Verse 6. How yea, for the day of the Lord is at hand, and it shall come, Salakia, as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt, and they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them.
Yeah, that. So people are gonna be terrified, man, when these missiles get let off, man. Get released from the silos. Go ahead.
And they shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth, and they shall be amazed one at another, and their faces shall be as flame.
Because people are gonna be amazed, man. Because they thought this kingdom is gonna go on forever.
Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
You hear what this man said? There's going to be a lot of death, man. The Most High's intention is to kill. He's going to destroy people, man. Destroy lives, man. Man, woman, and child. That's what's in the day of the Lord will come cruel. You're going to know about the Lord, man. The Lord is cruel, man. He can be cruel. Go ahead.
For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth.
Yeah, the wisdom and knowledge of this world is going to be darkened, man. No one's going to trust in the wisdom of this world, man, to save them. You know? The folly of this world, all that's going to be blotted out, man. The only thing that's going to stand is prophecy. But
And the moon shall not cause her light to shine. Which goes back to what you were saying, the wisdom of this world. And it says, and I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease.
everyone's proud, man. These women are proud, man. These heathens are proud. Everyone's trying to prove that they're better than the next person. You know what I'm trying to say? It's all about, you know, social class, and everyone's trying to show that they're on the class level. You know what I'm trying to say?
And they
Black
really
woman's
not
proud.
Come.
She's everyone's being proud, man. Especially towards us, man. So the Most High is gonna humble all of that, man. The Lord's gonna humble all of them. And it's gonna be glorious, man, to see people humble, man. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to see women in front of me saying, being all nice to me and shit. And I'm looking, fuck you being nice to me. You weren't being nice to me when you had that J.O.B. You know what I'm saying?
And you was making that money too, man, and you was getting it, man.
You was getting that cheddar. That cheese.
Yeah.
Now you want to be my friend now?
It's too late for that, man.
You know what I'm trying to say? I want to know what it feels like, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's gonna be terrible for us too, because you're gonna have men preying on other men. Instead of the pride, the Lord's gonna lay low the arrogancy of the proud, man. So arrogancy, people are arrogant, man. Esau is arrogant. You know what I'm trying to say? That they're the rulers, white supremacy. We ain't telling, I ain't letting no nigga tell me what to do.
And being that we live in a world where, you know, it further just puts women on a pedestal, you know, these women, because of that, have become highly arrogant. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, and at the same time as well, if you look at the earth, in terms of population-wise, there's more women on the earth than men. So who's ultimately going to really suffer the hell that the Lord is going to bring on the earth? You know, these women out here, man.
They're going to walk around, their titties out, their legs showing, their head up, stuck up high, looking you in the eye, talking shit, mouth open wide. Just look at them, man.
Yeah, they're proud, man. They got the high heels
thinking
and stuff,
they can
man.
do what they want. Yeah, watch on the Twitter says, you women, the vintage Southeast, man. Where's your vintage? That's what I'm going to be like to these hoes. Where's your vintage?
They're shutting the thing in now.
What's that?
They're shutting it down now.
Oh, they shutting it down?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what, we gotta close this thing out. Yeah, it says, for I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. So like, yeah, I will make, here we are. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna know what it's like to be valued, man, as a man. Right now, women, they look at us like we're no one's, but just wait and see, man. Wait and see.
But yeah, that's it on that, man. Because if you pan a camera around, brother, they're looking to celebrate this New Year's thing going, man. You know what I mean? And they're gonna close out the gates, so to speak. But by the way, this is how it's gonna be when Marshall goes declared, man. We're gonna set all of these gates up, different barricades, cars. You can see police trucks around. That's how it's gonna look in martial law. So you brothers, you stay up in the faith. I like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, okay, and double honor to the apostles. And much salute to all the Akim out there that's doing this thing for real, man. Much love, Shalom.
Shalom.